Obamacare survives another day. Last night, the Senate failed to push the, quote, skinny repeal through. John McCain, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, all voting to stop that. I'm joined now by Congressman Al Green from the state of Texas. Congressman, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much. I saw the intrigue. I was up from about 2:30 a.m. until, quite frankly, right about now.
Really?
I did take a little bit of a nap thereafter, but it was something to see people having to grapple with voting for a bill that they didn't support.
I've never seen anything quite like this, Congressman, because if we really get down to what we're talking about here, when they were talking about the skinny repeal, they got to a point where they said the Senate would vote on this skinny repeal if the House promised to take it to conference, essentially killing it.
Exactly.
So they were voting for a bill that they knew was going to die, which the House, part of their argument for getting it out of the House was to get it to the Senate because they knew it would die there. Now, is that how government works?
It's not how it's supposed to, but apparently it is. And you might recall that the president called the House version a mean bill. So you have this mean bill that passed the House. The Senate did not take it up. But the Senate takes up something that is even meaner, if I may say it this way.
Sure.
A bill that would strip the Affordable Care Act of the individual mandate, the employer mandate, would cause about 16 million people to lose insurance, increase costs by about 20%. It was a piece of trash that they were voting on, and they knew it, and they didn't want to have their names associated with it. And I must say this. I am grateful to John McCain for coming back under such extreme conditions. He has reason to be at home. He has reason to be trying to put himself in a position so that he can be rehabilitated, and I hope that he will. But he came back and he did the right thing. And he gave a signal, an indication, if you will, that he would do the right thing when he came back and he gave that floor speech indicating that we should go back to regular order so that we could inculcate, if you will, some democratic ideas into this process. So I'm pleased that he did it and grateful. One more thing on this. This really has not been about health care.
No.
This has not been about repeal and replace. I'm going to give you a different slant. This has really been about a desire to kill and erase, to kill the Affordable Care Act and erase the legacy of Barack Obama. That's what it's been about.
It seems to me that so many moves that Donald Trump makes and the Republicans make is purely that, to erase the legacy of Barack Obama. Even if you look at the announcement on the transgendered troops, right? Barack Obama made a lot of great progress for members of the transgendered community, and because he was for it, Donald Trump is knee-jerk against it.
He is antithetical to the president. He's the guy who carried on this notion, really an inane idea, that the president was not an American citizen.
Yeah.
And he made...
Disgusting.
Yeah, he made himself a national icon for those who were a part of that movement to somehow delegitimize the president. Well, unfortunately for him, it didn't work. Fortunately for us, it did. But you're right. He has been against the president's Affordable Care Act. And what he did to the trans community was insulting. It denies the legitimacy of them as human beings, in a sense, in his mind. It put them in a position where they are going to be denied due process. He didn't have enough respect for the community to at least have some sort of intelligent dialogue with people who could help him to better understand the issue. I regret that he did it, but it did expose him as a person who is not sensitive to all Americans. To be a patriotic American has little to do with who you are other than you desire to serve your country.
Amen. Amen.